Hello, it is June 23rd. The month is almost over, and so far, the movement on these indices, metals, oil, Bitcoin, all that, it's pretty solid. Pretty solid. As we talked about last time, let's go to the monthly time frame real quick. But so far, the monthly candle's looking great, and it does close here in the next few days. So I would love to see a full body candle close above the previous month's highs, right? That would be solid. We need that. Same thing that happened back here. Full body candle close above. Bullish behavior. If we can continue to make these bullish closes above, then hey, I'm here for it. But until then, until we see anything different, I am going to be buying. And I know people are arguing it's too high to be buying. Maybe it is, and it definitely look. It's as far as a discount goes, we're definitely not in discount buy territory. If I go ahead and draw the Fibonacci from these lows here all the way to the current highs, and let's not forget these lows. Before I get too deep into it, these lows are essentially a mitigation. I believe it's from previous lows back here, from previous all-time highs. Price retested these highs from a long time ago. 2022. We came all the way back in 2025, 3 years later, to retest structure that we broke. So I'm drawing the Fibonacci from that retest all the way to the current highs, and discount buys are nowhere near. But because we're getting that accumulation here on the daily time frame minimum, right? We see beautiful liquidity buildup. Let's just say from this swing low to this swing high, that's essentially all liquidity. And then we sweep that low, even tapping into this imbalance, while retesting previous structure that we broke above. Not only broke above, but gapped above. Extreme buying pressure. Finally come back to not only sweep liquidity, but retest previous structure, and then immediately give us a BOS to the upside. We break above previous swing highs with a full body candle. Full body candle. Back on June 25th, right here. Full body candle. We broke above previous highs. And what happens next? We're just slowly working our way down and retesting more structure. Right, broke above full body candle on the daily time frame. Retest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 times, coming back to the same entry. That lets you know that the same structure can be used over and over until the lows get broken. I hear a lot of individuals say things like, oh, the more it retests the structure, the weaker it becomes. That is rhetoric that people just regurgitate and pass down over and over. But no one, this is a common theme. And this is another way that you can rebuild your paradigm and your mindset and what you think and how you think is you need to question everything that's been told to you. You need to fact check everything. Just because your favorite person told you something doesn't mean that it's true. Just because your family told you something, or your best friend, or Tina Marina, or whoever you look up to told you something doesn't mean that it's true. You need to trust but verify. And always do your own research. Always do your own research. I've learned in my time with trading that it doesn't matter how many times that the structure gets tested. It's still valid. I'm still using that structure. Look how many times it's got retested. We broke above, it got tested like 10 times here. Same thing here, and it's still held up. Just off this alone. I don't even have to go back. This is just one example. And look what happened. Retest of the structure, 150 points, gone. Unfortunately, I did not partake in these positions. I caught the previous moves right in here, and I did cash out the week before last off of this move here. I did not take the retest just yet, but whatever happens, we have some options loading. But that's SPX. I know that was pretty long-winded, and essentially the same thing is playing out for NAS and US 30 here. So I'm not gonna dive too deep on that. But let's go take a look at gold. Gold is now leaving another buy zone here. We broke structure to the upside, full body candle above these previous highs, and then we retested already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 retest. And within the retest, we also swept liquidity. We swept previous lows. So not only can you have your buy limits at the break of structure, but especially if you're on the daily time frame and above, you can also have buy limits at these lows right in here as well. Boom, a low there. Boom, you could have had a buy limit there and there. This is more entries for you. So not only are you getting the break of structure entry, the retest of the accumulation schematic, you're also getting the sweep of liquidity. You're getting a sweep of the Wyckoff spring, because not every setup is going to be valid. Some setups may have to get liquidated to continue price moving in that direction. Luckily, there's multiple setups throughout the structure itself. So that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes we need to sweep a low to go high. That's gold. And then somewhat similar on silver. I would love to catch some silver plays. I have some buy limits set. As you can see, I still have some annotations, right? We did break some structure here. These were some lows. We did sweep those lows, and then we proceeded to break more structure to the upside after sweeping these significant lows here. And it's funny because, you know, this sweep of liquidity is also playing off of this Wyckoff schematic here, right? Low, high, sweep, break above, retest, gone. We come back, create this liquidity, sweep that, and then continue. It's baked in the charts, ladies and gentlemen. You can't pump me up enough. Bitcoin doing its thing. It's very bullish. We're not in discount territory. We're still pretty high, but we do see very solid accumulation down here. Haven't come back too much to retest in these areas. That's fine. But price did. Again, we swept liquidity. We swept some of these lows here, tapping into the imbalance and almost retesting the structure. When price retests the structure, essentially, it becomes balanced. When price does not retest a break of structure, that is what we call imbalance. So much buying pressure. We never came back to retest the structure, and you're not going to always get a retest of the structure. That's fine. That's fine. And then oil. Last but not least. I've been calling this out for a while. Shout out to Chris in the chat as well. He's also been on this pretty heavily. Again, I just loaded up the account 10 minutes ago. I was not partaking in any positions this morning, but I am ready just in case we decide to give one more opportunity. But I do want to start swinging some oil buys, so let's get in together. This video is a little bit longer than usual. I want to make these like less than 5 minutes, but you know, sometimes that TED talk just be coming out is actually pretty crazy. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. What are y'all looking at? Let's get it. Let's have a great week.